A leather Hermès bike that had been kept in storage at the Paris Ritz was among the eccentric Vogue editor André Leon Talley's many fashion-related legacies when he passed away in January 2022 at the age of 73. His vast collection of items, including designer caftans by pals like Diane von Furstenburg and Tom Ford, Chanel jewelry, letters from his best friend Karl Lagerfeld, and even a picture of Talley and his rival Anna Wintour, will now be auctioned off at Christie's the following month. Wintour, who expressed her sorrow at Talley's demise, is reportedly planning to open the sale on February 9 at a glamorous event at the New York City auction house. According to experts, the sale, which also features a tiny customized Valentine by Andy Warhol, has the potential to raise over $1 million for charity. The Abyssinian Baptist Church in New York and Mount Sinai Missionary Baptist Church in Durham, North Carolina, both of which were dear to Talley, will receive the proceeds from the sale. The executor of Talley's estate, Alexis E. Thomas, was in charge of determining what would be put up for auction from Talley's residences in Durham and White Plains, New York. In the early 2000s, Thomas and the editor met while they were gathering money to construct affordable housing at the Abyssinian Baptist Church. This was undoubtedly André at his best, and fashion was at its pinnacle. Very intense bidding, according to Bonnie Brennan, president of Christie's Americas, is anticipated for the 450 lots. André really occupied his life with these items. There were a lot of books at the White Plains residence. He truly cherished these items and never wanted to part with them, according to Brennan. I didn't have a chance to document things with André, which is disappointing because he could have done the narrative, what it was, how it was acquired, Thomas continued. He cherished luxury. He did it. The collection of André Leon Talley will be sold through 2 online auctions that end on February 16 and 17, as well as a live auction at Christie's New York on February 15. There are many of the caftans that Talley was famous for up for auction. His close friend Diane von Furstenburg created this dress with green, white, and beige prints. In 2018, Diane von Furstenburg, who became Talley's friend during his time on The Interview, told the New York Times, "It took a lot of courage to be him. It takes effort to be his friend. You know, not always is it simple. Sometimes he goes months without calling." The caftans are, in my opinion, the most extravagant part of the auction because of their size and fashion, according to Bonnie Brennan, president of Christie's Americas, who said as much to Page 6. André genuinely believed that they represented him. He cherished them. Estimate for the sale: $2,000, $3,000. André had his leather bicycle in storage in the Paris Ritz for years, and he only brought it home to America when the hotel was being refurbished. Deidre Miller, head of communications at Christie's Americas, told Page 6. He really was one of Paris's adopted children. Estimate for the sale: $150,000 to $200,000. At the start of his career, Talley worked for Andy Warhol, first at the Artist's Interview magazine and then at his Nick factory. Evidently, things may become uncomfortable. Talley described Warhol in his biography, The Chiffon Trenches from 2020, saying, "Occasionally Andy would put his light white hands on my crotch, and I would just swat him away." Warhol gave Talley this artwork as a very little, almost pocket-sized Valentine, according to Deidre Miller of Christie's, who spoke to Page 6. Karl Lagerfeld, the creator of Chanel, was close friends with and a mentor to André Leon Talley. In 1975, they initially connected in Paris. Talley wrote the following about Lagerfeld after his passing in 2019. "Karl and I could converse on the phone for hours. He liked late-night marathons. We frequently exchanged phone numbers at the end of the day, about 11 p.m., when I lived in Paris. And his standard greeting was 'Mr. Talley, how are you?' And I'd address him as Mr. Lagerfeld. On occasion, the chat finished around 4 o'clock in the morning." The caption on this Talley drawing that will be auctioned off reads, "Let Serena on her journey back to the Winterpalace love Karl. And this is not a page from my diary." Estimate for the sale: $6,000, $8,000. This large cross is one of many Chanel items of jewelry from Talley's estate that will be sold at auction. It is set with 4 amethyst geodes and hangs from an oval link chain mounted in gilded metal. According to Brennan, who spoke to Page 6, André's jewelry is quite religious. There are many crosses and Christian symbols. Talley's faith had a significant impact on his personality. Talley once responded to a question on how he coped with racism by saying, "When people have done racist things, my faith and my Christianity says to me, it is terrible, yet they can be forgiven. They have done me wrong, however, I can forgive them for what they did." Estimate for the sale: $700, $900. Later, Lagerfeld framed the piece and gave it as a gift to his friend Talley with the inscription, "André, can we sleep in your bed? Happy Easter, love Karl."